Following the formation of the Galactic Empire, there were a few minor planetary uprisings and rebellions during the time period that the New Order established its iron grip over the galaxy during its first few years. One of these planets was Naboo, the Emperor's homeworld. While on the surface level, the planet showed support to the new empire, with many of its notable leaders rising through the imperial ranks like Panaka. The current monarch Queen Apelana began to privately voice her concerns. Sometime during the first year of the imperial period, an inquisitor named Malorum arrived to Naboo during his personal investigation into Padme's death in order to uncover the truth for himself as a means to overthrow and replace Vader as the Emperor's apprentice. Understanding the danger this could lead to him potentially discovering Luke and Leia, Obi-Wan convinced a Jedi survivor named Ferrus Olin to go stop him. While on the planet, Olin was able to convince the Queen of Naboo and the Gungan colonies to stage an attack on the local Imperial garrison on the planet, telling them that the Empire held illegal explosives within their base, and that could be used to cover up their attack. So they did this, and successfully took out the small Imperial garrison on the planet, while Olin was able to track down and eliminate the Inquisitor known as Malorum. This attack caught the eye of the Empire, but since the Imperial Senate still held a considerable amount of power during this time, the Imperial military was hesitant to retaliate, fearing being exposed of holding illegal weapons on Naboo, so they let the attack slide, but increased their surveillance on the Queen and kept a vigilant eye on her. One day, however, she overstepped her bounds, as it was discovered that she harbored about a dozen Jedi Knights, likely at the request of her new Jedi ally, Ferrus Olin. This was the perfect opportunity for the Empire to take her out, which decided to send the 501st to remove her from power and to eliminate the Jedi Knights. Initially, the 501st requested Naboo to hand over the Queen due to treason, but the Royal Security Forces of Theed refused and sided with her instead. Thus began the Siege of Theed, where the 501st was able to swiftly penetrate the city's defenses and eliminate all opposing forces as they searched for the Queen. The Jedi that were harbored came out to fight against the invaders, but were ultimately overwhelmed by the stormtroopers. Knowing that defeat was inevitable, the Queen and the few remaining Jedi attempted to escape with their lives, but were cut off by the 501st. The Queen was then killed by a headshot from a sniper shortly afterwards, while all the remaining Jedi and her guards were executed by the ground forces. But the Empire wasn't finished with just that. It wanted revenge for what Naboo did to its local garrison from before. Marking Naboo as a planet that held rebel activity, the Empire established multiple legions of stormtroopers and later appointed a new queen that was to act as their puppet. The Empire also began to stage raids on the nearby Gungan colonies, likely as retaliation for their aid in helping Naboo destroy the local garrison from earlier. The Gungans were brutalized and turned into second-class citizens on the planet. Once a world that held only a tiny garrison of stormtroopers, Naboo now held multiple legions of stormtroopers, star destroyers, dozens of walkers on its surface. Over time, Naboo's monarch and its planetary government lost its sovereign power as the newly appointed Moff Panaka became its effective ruler. Following the Battle of Endor and the death of Emperor Palpatine, Naboo had a brief uprising where the royal guards and local rebel cells were able to take over the capital city of Theed. Many believed that the planet would be liberated, only to have their dreams get crushed as the Empire quickly came in and reclaimed Theed, bringing order back onto its streets. Naboo would remain in the Empire's grasp for a few more years, until it finally was given its freedom when Moff Panaka likely handed it over to the New Republic following the restoration of the Galactic Senate. Thanks for watching this video. Help support the channel by becoming a member on our Patreon page, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, may the Force be with you.